had the nerve to tell me my club that I was working at was about to get shut down. No, 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 no. Not my coin.
Shake it. Yeahhhh! She got her hands in the air like where the money. Watch me doing magic with my wrist. I'm about to slap a few bands on her head. Slim booty, big booty, let me see you drop it. Hey, let me see your shakes off. Let me see your shakes off. Let me see your shakes off. Let me see it. My name Yeahhhh, I'm here to blow the bag. I ain't here to play with you. I love the way you dance. Do that stop, drop, move. I seen you on the gram. Got me saying no damn. I'm a fan, I'm a fan. I wanna see you work it. Arch your back, touch your toes, hit the floor, climb the pole, get your dough. Let them know you a pro. Let's take it to the stool so I can hit it in the bowl. I'm a dog, room, girl.
Hi, my lovelies. It's your girl Kia Ford, and I am back with another video. So on today's video, I decided to do a little story time. So this story time is going to be geared towards, of course, bottle waitressing, but it's going to be about my first night because everybody's like, oh, you're such a great bottle waitress. Like, how did it come to you? Like, y'all are only seeing the branding that came after the fact, not everything that went on before the fact. So yeah, I'm gonna give you guys like some neat little details about that, and let me know what you think, because after you hear this story, you're probably gonna be like, oh, this girl was tripping. I literally walked by faith and not by sight for this one, guys. It was at this club. It was a new club. A nickname for it. I'm gonna call it the Big House. The Big House, yeah. So at the Big House, I started off, I went to a bottle waitress interview. I had never been to one, so I had no idea what to expect. But it was actually cool because I ended up seeing people that I knew at the time. And then the crazy part was my roommate at the actual time, she showed up to the same interview. Like, we literally got dressed for the same thing. Didn't see each other walk out of the house, and we ended up at the same exact location. So, go to the Big House. I go for my interview. Weeks go by. I never hear anything back, but my roommate is saying, like, oh, girl, I'm about to go to work. I'm like, oh, you going to work? So, clearly I didn't get the job because she's the one going to work weeks later and knew everything and knew all the information, and I knew nothing. So, I was like, you know what? It's cool. It's cool. At the time, I went and applied at Hooters, and I was making my little money here and there. Okay, so after she comes back from her first day of work, she lets me know. She was like, oh, I got to leave early. Like, she did come back kind of early. Most clubs don't close until 2 o'clock. She was back at, like 12:30? So I'm like, what happened? She was like, oh, it was kind of dead, which is a given. It's a new club, so of course it's probably going to be dead. Like, that's common sense. So I thought nothing of it. So I'm like, okay, cool, or whatever. So then, I don't know, I feel like I started going out more like the black community because, like I said, I was working at Hooters before. So I didn't really know many people in my community, but I knew a lot of people, but just not the right people, if that makes sense. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. I started meeting more people. I end up meeting one of the promoters slash people that was basically over like everything that was going on at the Big House. And he's like, you know what? You should probably come work for me. And I'm like, well, where's your establishment? He tells me it's the Big House. And I'm like, I already applied there. I didn't get the job. And then he was like, I don't know why, but come in next week and I got you. Networking is everything. I got the job. So I go in for my first day. I had no clue what I was walking into. I was so used to organization, but boy, oh boy, this job taught me organization does not matter when it comes to the nightclub. So I walk into the place or whatever, after getting dropped off or whatever, because you have to pay for parking. Like, it was a lot because it was uptown and it was just like too much work. So I go on the inside. I'm just sitting there. I'm looking around. I'm like, okay, what do I do now? Mind you, my roommate is already working there, but she just happened to be off that night. So I legit just didn't know anybody. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, I walk into this office. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? They're just looking at me like, who are you? And I'm like, what can I call the person? I'm calling Michael. So I'm like, Michael told me to come here at this time, and I'm supposed to be training for my first night as a bottle waitress. And they're like, oh, okay, you can just leave your stuff inside the office. I'm like, just leave it in the office? Like, yeah, just put it underneath the desk or something. So I'm just like, I'm used to like a little pink room, because at Hooters we had our own little room, and it had like little shelves, kind of like this, and it was just like organized. No, I was in for a rude awakening. So I'm just like, okay, cool, let me give this a shot. It's uptown, like this gonna be nice. It's gonna be fun. Everybody says bottle waitressing is so fun. Woo! Do you not know? Sitting there. They finally get somebody to train me, but it was nothing to train because we really didn't have any tables in there. It was really nobody in there. So I'm just like, okay. But you know me, I'm just being optimistic. I'm just excited to be at work. I'm just like, this is just a great experience. This club is going to be banging. It had the potential. I just don't. I just don't know. So then, after that, some promoters come in. That's basically the only table that was booked for the whole night was the promoters. So I'm just like, okay. So the girl basically showed me like you got to lock up the cage. Make sure you're pouring everybody at the party something to drink, making sure everybody's good. But it's just like literally, they're the only people left in the club. Really, it's besides like the 10 little splotches of people that's just standing around. But like the club is, I can't even tell you that because if I give details, then you're gonna know what I'm talking about. But the club is pretty big. Let's just put it that way. It's pretty big. So all of a sudden, as I see her pouring, I'm like, okay, let me go over here. Let me just talk to people, just get adjust for things. I see $60 on the ground. I pick it up. I'm trying to hand it to the man that dropped it because he's drunk and he's dancing. And he's like, you know what? You're an honest person. So he let me keep the $60. So I'm just like, yes, this is a great first night. $60? What am I going to make next? Because wait till my tables come in and wait till the rest of the customers come in. Time starts flying. I start getting irritated. I'm just like, I'm trying to be patient, but it's legit nobody really in here. So then the people that's like over the whole little situation that's going on, they decide to be like, well, okay, we're going to make it interesting. We're going to make you a shot girl tonight. On my first night, you want to make me a shot girl. And there's nobody in this club. They try to play me. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to be a shot girl. Whatever, ain't nothing else going on. They give me some shots, mind you. I was already a bartender. I don't know what the shots was. I just knew it was clear liquor. So in my head, I'm just like, okay, what's the price of it? They was like, go around telling people that they're $2 shots, and you keep $1 off for $2 shots. I'm just like, I keep $1 off of the $2 shots. How are you even making money off of that? And if it's that cheap, what type of liquor is this? Y'all, I didn't care. All I know is I took that little tray up there, asking people, would you like $2 shots? And people's eyes just get so big when they see $2 shots. I had probably like 10 people buy one. So it was still like, okay. So I still ended up making like that night. I probably made like, what, $70 like in total. And I'm just like, you know what? Because I had a good spirit about it, I made money. So I go home, I tell my roommate about what happened. She was like, at least you made more money than me my first night, and I had to pay for parking. So it was just like a big hassle. So I know I said I was only going to tell y'all like one side of the story, but this club had story for days. But you know what? It didn't even last that long for me. So I can go ahead and go and give you some more stories because it was just crazy. So we have CIAA. It's one of the biggest like tournaments that comes to Charlotte. It's gone now, but one of the biggest tournaments to come. Do you not know? Okay, I was still working at Hooters at the time, and I was still working there at the time, mind you. Cool, whatever. Still in college. They're like, okay, you have to buy your outfits for CIAA. I said, buy outfits? I was like, I'm not gonna work if I have to buy my outfit. That it's just not making sense to me. I have yet to see any money come in. Mind you, this is a month after working here. I have yet to see any money come in. So I'm not paying almost $200 for some outfits. It just makes no sense. So one of the promoters, he was just like, okay, Kia, I got you. I'll buy your outfits. So I'm like, okay, cool. That's it. I'll work if you buy my outfits. Mind you, I started getting good at this job. Like, even though we didn't have that many people in there, I was very attentive to the customers that were in there. I wasn't like a bad server. You could tell I really wanted to be there. So, CIAA rolls around. I'm at Hooters the morning of. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to get off. I'm talking to the police officer up at the front because literally, I used to always talk to the cops at Hooters up front and just tell them about my day because they were always interested. They were like customers too. They used to order food through me and everything. Used to tip me all that. So I tell them, I'm like, yeah, I'm about to go to work. They was like, oh, what do you work? I'm like, I work at the big house. They was like, the big house? I wouldn't go to work if I was you. The big house is about to be done for. I'm like, it's a tournament week, and all these girls came into town. Everybody's about to work. She's like, no, no, no. If I was you, I wouldn't go. I brush it off. I go to the big house. Do you not know when I get to the big house? Party about to get started. This is about to be the first poppin' night we ever had. All of a sudden, I look out the window. All the boys is there. Long story short, the celebrity that was supposed to perform, he got to perform, but there was nobody in there for him to perform because it's something about seeing cops and people being around liquor, they just be ready to go after that. They don't want no part. Do you not know? The big house was no more after that day party. I kid you not. It was no more. So basically, all the girls that were working there bought all those outfits, the outfits that I refused to buy. They bought all those outfits and had nowhere to work and thought they was going to make all this source of income. And then the club just vanished after that. It's just like poof. That was my first club experience. And let me tell you something. It taught me so many lessons and I just keep my eyes open now. And I'm just like, dang, I done went through the struggle. Like, literally, my first night, I probably wouldn't have made nothing. Mind you, I probably would have made literally like $10 if I didn't find $60 on the ground and offered it back to the man. I literally would have made nothing. I'm trying to tell you, it ain't always the best. But yeah, that was a quick little story time with me and my first night in a club. And I always say, don't let your first situation discourage you. Because if I would have let what happened with that first club discourage me, I wouldn't be where I am today. And I wouldn't be here talking to you guys. So thanks for tuning in. If you like what you've seen on my YouTube channel today, make sure you like and subscribe. And also follow me on Instagram. Give me some more ideas that I can do. And yeah, see you later.